Hey everyone! Life has a way of testing us, especially through the words and actions of others. There will come a time when you are faced with disrespect and insult, a cutting remark, or a dismissive gesture. And in that moment, every fiber of your being will want to respond, to clap back, to set the record straight. But let me tell you something. Staying quiet is one of the loudest statements you can ever make. Silence, in many ways, is a true reflection of inner strength. In a world where reactions are often immediate and emotions run high, choosing to remain silent is a powerful act that goes beyond mere restraint. It shows discipline, self-control, and the ability to rise above the noise of everyday life. It's not a sign of weakness, but rather a demonstration of wisdom and maturity. Silence can be the strongest form of communication when used deliberately, and it's something that only those with the most solid sense of self can fully embrace. When you choose silence in the face of provocation, you're not surrendering or giving up, you're choosing to maintain your peace. It takes tremendous strength to hold your ground and remain composed, especially when you're being disrespected, insulted, or unfairly criticized. Most people, out of pride or frustration, feel compelled to respond, to argue their point, to fight for their dignity. But the person who chooses silence, who doesn't let their emotions control their actions, displays an incredible level of discipline. They recognize that not every battle is worth engaging in, and sometimes the wisest thing to do is simply stay quiet. In many situations, words are overused as a tool for defense or attack. People often talk to protect their ego or justify their actions, but words can also escalate conflict or bring more harm than good. Silence, on the other hand, can diffuse tension. It creates space for reflection, allowing both parties to cool down and reconsider their positions. Silence can be a bridge, not a wall. It communicates that you're not willing to get caught in a cycle of negativity, that you're above petty arguments. This kind of response often leaves others questioning themselves, not you. It forces them to deal with their own actions while you stand firm, unshaken by their words. Choosing silence also demonstrates an understanding of your own worth. If someone disrespects you, they're often seeking a reaction, an opening to diminish you, to make you feel small. But by staying silent, you make a powerful statement. Your opinion of me is irrelevant to my sense of self-worth. You don't need to defend or explain yourself, because you know that your value isn't determined by someone else's words. This is not about arrogance, it's about knowing who you are and what you stand for. True strength comes from a place of self-assurance, from a deep sense of knowing that you don't need to prove anything to anyone. Your actions, your integrity, your consistency, they speak for themselves. Furthermore, silence is a sign of wisdom because it allows you to take the time to think before responding. It gives you the opportunity to assess the situation, to determine whether engaging in the conversation or conflict is worth your energy. In that pause, you gain clarity. You begin to realize that most of the things that anger or upset us in the moment are fleeting and inconsequential in the grand scheme of life. Silence gives you the space to see the bigger picture, to focus on what truly matters, and to protect your peace. In choosing silence, you're not just controlling the moment, you're controlling yourself. And that's the greatest strength you can possess. There's an undeniable power in composure, in remaining calm and collected when faced with aggression or adversity. It's often said that how you respond to challenges defines who you are, and when you stay composed in the face of hostility, you exhibit a strength that is unshakable. Composure is not about suppressing emotions or pretending that nothing is wrong. It's about choosing how to respond to a situation with grace, control, and clarity. It is a skill that, when mastered, can disarm the most aggressive of opponents and protect your energy from being wasted on battles that don't serve your higher purpose. When someone comes at you with hostility, anger, or disrespect, they want a reaction. They want to see you flustered, upset, or defensive. In their minds, a reaction from you validates their behavior. It gives them the satisfaction of knowing they've affected you, that their words or actions have had an impact. But when you maintain your composure, when you respond with silence or calmness, you take away their power. You essentially render their aggression ineffective. The more composed you remain, The more their attempts to provoke you fall flat like water rolling off your back. You are no longer at their mercy. Instead, you are in control, and in that control, you hold the true power. Remaining calm doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care about how you carry yourself, how you preserve your dignity, and how you protect your peace. In moments of aggression, people often react from a place of hurt or insecurity. When you allow yourself to be drawn into their emotional turmoil, you risk losing focus on what matters to you. Composure helps you maintain perspective. It allows you to rise above the immediate emotion of the situation and avoid being dragged into a confrontation that could drain your energy or damage your reputation. The ability to stay calm in the face of aggression is not about avoiding confrontation, but about ensuring that when you do engage, you're doing so on your terms from a position of strength. The real power of composure lies in its ability to preserve your energy. Life is full of challenges, and you cannot afford to spend your time and energy on every petty issue or small conflict that comes your way. Staying composed ensures that you don't get bogged down by negativity. You direct your energy toward what truly matters: your goals, your purpose, your growth. Each moment you spend reacting to someone else's disrespect is a moment you lose to what truly matters. By choosing composure, you're making an investment in your future. You're saying no to unnecessary distractions and yes to more meaningful battles. Ultimately, staying calm disarms the aggressor in a way that words never can. It forces them to deal with themselves, their own insecurities and frustrations. It sends a message that you will not be controlled or manipulated by the emotional turbulence they bring into your life. Your composure, your ability to stay grounded, becomes a reflection of your strength. It's not about letting others walk over you. It's about refusing to let their chaos dictate how you move forward. In a world that often seems driven by conflict, maintaining your composure is one of the most powerful tools you have to stay true to yourself and your mission. In life, there will be moments when people attempt to diminish you, to belittle your worth, or to strip away your confidence with their words or actions. They may insult you, dismiss you, or undermine your abilities. But here's the truth: you must always hold on to your value isn't negotiable. No one, no matter their position, power, or influence, has the right to define your worth. Your value is intrinsic. It's not dependent on the approval of others or their ability to recognize your greatness. It is yours by right, and no disrespectful comment or action can take it away. Disrespect is a reflection of the person who is delivering it, not the person who is receiving it. When someone disrespects you, they're revealing more about their own character than they are about yours. People who try to undermine you often do so because they feel threatened, insecure, or insignificant. They try to make you feel smaller in an attempt to elevate themselves. But their behavior does not change your worth. It does not make you any less capable, valuable, or worthy of respect. The power lies in how you respond to such behavior. The moment you allow someone's disrespect to dictate your sense of self-worth, you give them control over your life and emotions. But when you choose not to internalize their actions, when you hold fast to your own value regardless of their words, you reclaim your power. Your response to disrespect is what defines you. In that moment, you have a choice. You can either let the negativity of others affect your sense of self, or you can stand firm, unshaken by their attempts to bring you down. How you handle these situations speaks volumes about your strength, character, and sense of self-respect. It's easy to lash out in anger or frustration, to seek to prove your worth in a heated exchange. But the real strength comes from remaining calm, composed, and secure in the knowledge that your value is not subject to negotiation. You don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to defend your honor, and you certainly don't need to lower your standards to match the level of disrespect you're receiving. When you know your worth, you don't engage in petty battles. You don't waste your time trying to convince someone of something they're unwilling to see. Your value is not determined by how others perceive you or treat you. It is defined by your actions, your principles, your integrity, and your resilience. And when you consistently demonstrate these qualities, the world begins to see the truth of who you are, regardless of the disrespect you may face along the way. Remember, your worth is constant. It is not fluctuating based on the opinions or actions of others. They cannot change who you are. And no matter how many times you face disrespect, remember that your value remains unshaken, untouchable, and ever present. What you respond to, how you carry yourself, and the way you choose to move forward in the face of adversity is what truly defines your worth. Your value is yours, and it is not up for negotiation. In life, we are all on a journey, a mission that drives us, motivates us, and pushes us forward towards something greater than ourselves. Whether it's a career, a personal goal, a passion project, or a larger purpose, there is something at the core of us that compels us to keep moving forward, even in the face of adversity. But the path to success is rarely smooth. Along the way, there will always be distractions, petty insults, negative comments, and even people who try to knock you off course. These things can feel personal, they can sting, and if you allow them to, they can derail you from your mission. But the key to staying on track is to focus on your mission and not let the small, insignificant things pull you away from what truly matters. Every day we're presented with opportunities to respond to the noise around us. The distractions can come in many forms, but they all share one goal: to divert your attention from what's important. Someone insults you, tries to diminish your achievements, or questions your abilities. In that moment, it's easy to get caught up in the emotion of the situation, to want to defend yourself or prove the other person wrong. But that's where the danger lies. When you react to the small stuff, you lose focus on the bigger picture. You waste precious time and energy on things that won't move you closer to your goals. And worse, you give the negativity more power than it deserves. The truth is, the opinions of others don't matter as much as your own sense of purpose. People will talk. They will criticize, judge, and sometimes even try to sabotage you. But that's all noise. And noise has no real impact on your progress unless you let it. Instead of getting pulled into every petty insult, remember why you're here. Remember what you're working for. Whether it's building a business, achieving a personal milestone, or creating something meaningful, your mission is too important to be derailed by the trivialities of others. When you focus on your mission, you learn to let the small stuff slide off your back. You don't waste your energy fighting battles that won't move you forward. Instead, you channel that energy into what really matters, taking the next step, pushing past the obstacles, and continuing to grow. Distractions will always be there. People will always have something to say. But the difference between those who succeed and those who falter is this: the ones who succeed don't let the distractions define their path. They stay rooted in their mission and keep pushing forward no matter how loud the noise gets. Think about the people you admire, those who have made significant achievements or who have built something incredible. Their success didn't come without opposition, and they didn't get there by engaging with every negative comment or insult along the way. They stayed focused on what mattered and kept their eyes on the prize. They knew that their mission was bigger than the petty distractions and the short-term slights. They understood that success is built on persistence and clarity, not on reacting to every person who tries to knock you down. So the next time you face an insult, a criticism, or a setback, remember this: your mission is bigger than that moment. Don't let the small things take you off course. Stay focused, stay determined, and keep your eyes on the bigger picture. Because in the end, the only thing that matters is whether or not you stayed true to your purpose. In life, we often hear the phrase, actions speak louder than words, and there's a reason why this statement carries so much weight. Words are easy. Anyone can say anything. We can all talk a good game, make promises, or offer explanations. But it's in our actions, the things we do consistently and with intent, that our true character is revealed. When someone disrespects you, insults you, or questions your abilities, it's tempting to respond with words to justify yourself, defend your worth, or set the record straight. But the reality is, words are fleeting. They can be forgotten or dismissed, and often they don't have the lasting impact we hope for. What truly shows your worth is your consistent action, the way you carry yourself in every aspect of your life, and the results that speak for themselves. When you focus on showing your worth through action, you take the power out of other people's hands. Their opinions of you don't matter as much because your actions demonstrate who you are. If someone disrespects you, don't feel the need to react with anger or engage in an argument that will only waste your energy. Instead, invest that energy into proving your value through your work, your results, and your attitude. Actions don't need an explanation, they just need to speak for themselves. Think about the people you admire most. It's likely that you admire them not just for their words, but for their actions, their consistent effort, their dedication, their discipline, and the results they've produced over time. Words can be convincing, but actions are irrefutable. They don't need to be dressed up or sugar-coated. They stand on their own. When you focus on showing your value through your actions, you let your work do the talking. You show up, you deliver, and you prove your worth without needing anyone's approval or validation. It's through your actions that people begin to see the truth about you, and that truth is undeniable. The power of action lies in its consistency. Anyone can do something great once, but it's the repeated effort that demonstrates true strength and commitment. It's easy to talk about what you want to do, but it's the day in, day out work that shows you're serious about your goals. When you keep working, even when no one is watching, when you keep improving, even when you face setbacks, your actions tell the world that you are not just talk, you are real, you are committed, and you are relentless. I think consistency in your actions also helps build your character. It demonstrates discipline and resilience. It says to the world, I don't need to prove myself with words. Watch me and you'll see what I'm made of. Actions build trust. When people see that you are reliable, that your work speaks for itself, they begin to respect you not for what you say, but for what you do. And the beauty of this is that the results of your actions often outlast the fleeting nature of words. Your impact, your influence, and your value are etched in what you leave behind. So when faced with disrespect or adversity, remember this: you don't need to defend yourself with words. You don't need to explain your worth. Simply let your actions reflect who you are. Focus on consistently doing the work, staying true to your purpose, and producing results that speak louder than anything you could say. In the end, your actions will tell the world everything it needs to know about your worth. In life, there will always be noise, criticism, judgment, negativity, and even moments of disrespect. People will come at you with their words, their actions, and sometimes their opinions. In those moments, it's easy to feel the urge to react, to defend yourself, to fight back. But there is a quiet power in choosing to remain silent. Being silent doesn't mean you accept the disrespect or let people walk over you. It means you've risen above the noise. It means you've chosen not to engage in the petty, fleeting drama of the moment, and instead you've chosen to stay focused on what truly matters: your growth, your journey, and your purpose. When you remain silent in the face of adversity, you are making a conscious decision not to let the external chaos affect your internal peace. The world is full of distractions, and the more you let those distractions pull you in, the less time and energy you have for what really counts. People will always try to pull you down, to test your patience, to provoke you. But when you choose silence, you choose to not allow their actions to control your emotional state. You rise above their attempts to drag you into negativity. You refuse to let their behavior dictate your response. Choosing silence also shows emotional maturity. It takes real strength to stay quiet when others expect you to react. It shows that you are in control of your emotions and not a slave to the provocations around you. Reacting impulsively only gives your energy away, and often it can lead to more chaos. By remaining silent, you preserve your energy for the things that matter, the things that will help you grow. Every moment you spend arguing, defending yourself, or engaging in negativity is a moment you lose to your greater purpose. When you rise above it, you free up that space to continue focusing on your goals, your dreams, and your vision. Silence also allows you the opportunity to reflect. In the midst of conflict or disrespect, it's easy to get caught up in the emotional surge of the moment. But when you choose to remain silent, you create space for clarity. You can take a step back, assess the situation, and decide the best course of action, not based on anger or reaction, but based on wisdom. In those moments of silence, you can reconnect with your purpose and remember why you're doing what you're doing. It's a reminder that your path is bigger than any petty insult or moment of disrespect. The beauty of rising above is that it's not just about avoiding conflict, it's about staying true to who you are and where you're going. It's about understanding that your worth is not determined by how others treat you or by their opinions of you. By staying focused on your personal growth and your journey, you make it clear that you're not interested in being distracted by the small things that won't serve you in the long run. You rise above because you know there's more at stake than the temporary noise of the moment. Your future is too important, your mission too great to be derailed by things that ultimately won't matter. So when faced with disrespect or provocation, remember this: silence is not weakness. It is strength. It's the strength to stay focused, the strength to rise above the noise, and the strength to keep moving forward toward your goals, unshaken and undistracted. In the end, the greatest way to rise above is to stay focused on growth, to keep moving forward, and to never let the noise drown out your purpose. In conclusion, the true measure of strength and character lies not in how loudly we respond to the noise of the world, but in how we choose to act when faced with adversity. Life will always present challenges, criticisms, and moments of disrespect, but how we handle those situations defines who we are and shapes our future. When we choose to remain silent in the face of disrespect, it is not a sign of weakness, but rather an affirmation of our inner strength and wisdom. Silence is not acceptance, it is an act of rising above the chaos, staying grounded in our sense of self-worth, and maintaining focus on what truly matters: our mission, our purpose, and our growth. It takes discipline and emotional maturity to stay calm and composed when others try to provoke or diminish us. Every time we choose silence, we preserve our energy for the things that will move us forward and contribute to our success. Our response to negativity is a reflection of our strength, not our vulnerability. Words can be fleeting, but actions, the consistent, focused effort we put into our work, our passions, and our goals speak louder and leave a lasting impression. When we focus on our mission and remain true to our purpose, the petty insults and distractions that come our way become irrelevant. We don't need to defend ourselves or prove our worth to anyone. Our value is not defined by the opinions of others, but by the way we live, the actions we take, and the integrity we uphold. By staying focused on our growth, we create space for greater achievements, higher standards, and more meaningful victories. The challenges we face along the way are inevitable, but how we choose to respond to them shapes the trajectory of our journey. In a world that constantly seeks validation and approval from others, true power comes from the ability to remain centered, to stay focused on our goals, and to rise above the noise. It is in the consistent actions we take that we show our worth and prove that we are unshaken by the fleeting negativity around us. Our value is not negotiable, and our response to disrespect does not define us. It is our actions, our resilience, and our commitment to our mission that speak volumes. As you move forward in your journey, remember that silence is not a sign of submission, but a powerful tool for growth. It allows you to preserve your energy, to reflect with clarity, and to stay focused on the bigger picture. You are in control of your life and your future, and the only way to ensure that you continue on the path of greatness is by staying true to your mission, remaining consistent in your actions, and refusing to be derailed by the trivial noise that comes your way. Your worth is not determined by others, it is determined by your ability to rise above, to keep growing, and to stay focused on what truly matters. So the next time someone tries to test you, remember this: you don't need to fight every battle, you don't need to respond to every slight. Silence isn't retreat, it's strategy, it's strength. And it's the space where your greatness can grow uninterrupted. Stay quiet after disrespect. Then let your success make all the noise. Thank you.